Na vajon működik-e mikrofon? Holy! Ha! Egész meglep ma a számítógépem. Jó napot kívánok! Így elmondom, hogy miért lep meg a számítógépem. Hello! Üdvözlök mindenkit a videójátékokban. Az asszisztensemmel. Mi van? Itt vagyunk kettecské. Jó napot kívánok! Azért lep meg ma ennyire a számítógépem, mert ma végre le tudtam update-elni mindent az OBS-ben, és működik minden. Szavak Szingon, köszönöm szépen a Prime Subot! Köszönöm szépen a támogatását. Ebben a hónapban is tudok venni kenyeret. Illetve nem kenyeret, de jobban érzem magam attól, hogy most, hogy előfizettél, most sokkal jobban érzem magam amiatt, hogy elköltöttem ma 25 000 forintot egy videójátékra, ami már megvan kétszer. Yeah, kétszer. Elbusztok. Megrendeltem egyébként rendeltem meg a Persona 3 Reloadnak a Switch 2-es dobozos verzióját, mielőtt elfogy. Köszönöm szépen a szabot. Puszolok mindenkit. Hol kezdtem a mondókámat? Ott kezdtem el a mondókámat, hogy a számítógépem ma kivételesen nem baszott ki velem, mert ma végre sikerült leupdate-elnem mindent, ami az OBS-ben van. Nem szólt egy mukkot sem, minden végigment. Végre, fél év után először hibaüzenetek nélkül indult el az OBS. És ma volt egy Windows update, ami valamilyen csodával határos módon nem tette tönkre az audio beállításaimat. Ottóznom kéne ma. Szerbuszhatom a Szamonifóna, szerbusztok, és köszönöm szépen Xingon, az ég álljon meg. Volt ma bennem egy olyan, hogy lehet, hogy Animal Crossingot streamelünk, de valami nagyon furcsaság van a Nintendónál éppen. Mert hogy ilyen teljesen indokolatlanul megjelent ma, holnap kéne, a Nintendo Switch 2-es update-je az Animal Crossing-nak. Nem tudom, hogy mivel akartam befejezni ezt a mondatot. És ennek ellenére nem tudok játszani az Animal Crossing Switch 2-es verziójával, mert az update megjelent, és az új content benne van, de a Switch 2 upgrade-eket nem lehet játszani jelenleg, mert azok holnap jelennek meg per bolti beállítások. Szóval amikor elindítom az Animal Crossingot, akkor vissza-downgrade-el, mert holnap jelenik meg a Switch 2 verzió, szóval fuck me. Viszont van egy-két apróság, amin átmegyünk, és aztán elviszlek titeket az egyik legrosszabb játékba, amit ajánlok embereknek ever. De fontosnak érzek. Milyen napotok volt, kedves chat? Az enyém valamiért nagyon fosul keltem ma valamiért. Nem volt migrénem, de olyan majdnem migrénem volt. Olyan nincs migrénem, de olyan majdnem. És emiatt ilyen sluggish voltam egész délelőtt, meg el is követtem egy csomó hibát ma melóban, tehát hogy katasztrofálisan ment ma a meló. De aztán kajáltam egyet délben, neppeltem egy órát, és úgy keltem, mint a kicseréltek volna. Úgyhogy Gucci. Azt mondja, hogy hideg napotok volt? Oh god. Meg kell fontolgatnom egy autóvezetést, mert el kell mennem egy helyre a januárban. És a januárnak megérkeztünk a közepébe, úgyhogy el kellene rendeznem dolgokat. olyan az idő, hogy nem tudom eldönteni, hogy most egy hosszabb utat bemerjek-e vállalni már, vagy nem merjek bevállalni. Mert elmenni a Tescoig egy dolog, de ez egy 2 órás út lenne, és nem tudom, hogy annyit bevállaljak az autóval jelenleg, mert van, amikor süt a nap és olvad a hó, van, amikor ónos eső esik, van, amikor jó az út, van, amikor szar az út. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. Annyira még nem sürgős a dolog, mert ilyen ebben a nebulous valamikor januárban kell elrendeznem a dolgaimat. De valamikor el kell. Elfogyottak a jó táim. Elfogyott az összes jó táim, amit karácsonyra kaptam. És ebben az a szomorú, hogy ugyanakkor rengeteg teám van. 40 doboz teám van a szekrénybe. Egyik sem jó. Úgyhogy elmenni, venni nem akar az ember, mert tele van a szekrény. De egyiket sem láttam olyan nagyon. Na, ma jelent meg a Burning Crusade El Classico, ami... beléptem, nagyon jó a hangulat, millióan vannak. Nem gondolom stream contentnek. Majd elnyomkodok benne gombokat, elszinteződök level 20-ig, aztán eljutok level 20-ig, addigra jön a Midnight Pre-patch és le fogom szarni. Gondolkodtam már rajta, hogy Plugit-tel lemented a beállításokat, és kell vissza tudod hozni működő beállításokat. Nem, de nincs annyi beállításom, hogy nagyon érdekeljen ez a része. Az a helyzet, hogy egy elég low effort setupom van. Szóval ha valami elbaszódik, akkor elbaszódik. No! Jó, azt mondja, hogy 2 dolgon szeretnék végigmenni. Egyrészt van ez az Activision per, amit át akarok olvasni pontosan, mert elég funny, és egy picit kommentálni szeretném. Meg Mr. GM feldobott egy videót arra, hogy mi vár bennünket a Midnight Pre-patchben, és kinda tisztában vagyok vele, azért lépést tartottam a dolgokkal, szóval kétlem, hogy olyan nagyon meglepő lenne. De azért megnézem, hogy Dan mit dobott össze. The History of Hungary, I guess. Living on Ironically in Europe. Ezt nem fogjuk végignézni, ez 1,5 óra, de ez what?
Hello there and welcome.
Hey Anei, can you tell me the history of Hungary?
What the fuck? Oh dear God. Na jó, ezt nem fogjuk végignézni, mert ez fucking 1,5 óra. Úgyhogy no. Ez Living Ironically in Europe videója, de History of Hungary, és 71 perces, úgyhogy ennyit streamelni nem szoktam. Úgyhogy majd Majd. Na, azt mondja, hogy... Ja, tudom, meg szoktam nézni egyszer egy videóját. Majd lehet, hogy reaktolunk rá egyébként. Lehet felhasználom majd contentnek szegény emberünk anyagait, amikor nem lesz szépen jobb ötletem. Na. Szóval, van egy per futóban, ezt el is felejtettem én is egyébként, meg nagyon sokan el is felejtik, mert ez a per, ez basically azóta van mozgolódásban, mióta a Microsoft elkezdte felvásárolni az Activision Blizzardot, szóval évek és évek óta. Sajnos az ilyen perek rettenetesen elhúzódnak, ezt el szoktam mondani, hogy egyébként a Valve ellen is jelenleg is fut még 3 per, de azok úgy futnak, hogy úgysem lesz belőlük semmi, mert a Valve nem fog foglalkozni vele, szóval teljesen mindegy, és ha csak az ügyvédek nem találnak, vagy a jogászok nem találnak valamit, ami alapján belekényszeríthetik a Valve-ot a harcba, nem fognak vele foglalkozni. Kicsit hasonló a szituáció a Bobby Kotick perrel is, de a Bobby Kotick pernél van egy olyan hátrány a Koticknak, hogy bár Kotick ellen szól, egy adott személy ellen szól, és ez sokkal egyszerűbb megfingatni, mint egy másik országban létező Nebulous játékcéget. Szóval így azért időnként rászólnak Kotickra, hogy ez a per még tart, és mi lenne, hogyha csinálnál vele valamit. Azt mondja, hogy former Activision CEO Bobby Kotick has alleged that an ongoing lawsuit objecting to Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard was secretly designed to help rival publisher Embracer Group. Kotick konkrétan azt akarja előadni, hogy a per azért létezik, hogy az Embracer Group pozícióját tolják meg egy kicsit. A helyzet az az, hogy jelenleg a gaming piacon gyakorlatilag az Embracer Group és a Microsoft talán a 2 legnagyobb ember, vagy legnagyobb szerv, amik így irányítják a legtöbb stúdiót, meg a legtöbb hatalom rajtuk keresztül összpontosul. As reported by GameFile, the lawsuit was filed back in 2022 by a Swedish pension fund called also known as AP7, and alleged that Kotick rushed the sale of Activision Blizzard to Microsoft so he could avoid the consequences of the sexual misconduct claims at the time. Nem akarom védeni Bobbyt semmilyen szempont, ever. De amennyire mi tudjuk, már mi tudjuk alatt azt értem, hogy minden feldolgozható publikált információ alapján a Microsoft nem egyszer próbálta meg felvásárolni az Activision Blizzardot, és igazából nagyon sok faktor játszott közre arra, hogy felvásárolták most az Activision Blizzardot, és az, hogy elsiették a dolgot azért, hogy Bobbynak jó legyen, az kicsit túlzásnak érzem tekintettel arra, hogy valami 1,5-2 év volt az apróvolási folyamat, mert végig kellett mennie a világ összes gazdasági ellenőrző szervezetén, hogy vajon a Microsoft az így építget-e esetleg egy icipici kis monopóliumot. Szóval a rengeteg meghallgatás, meg a hosszas folyamat kapcsán azt mondani, hogy ez el volt sietve, hogy Bobbynak jó legyen, ez egy kicsit túlzás. Azt nem mondom, hogy Bobbynak nem jött nagyon kapóra, hogy a Microsoft adott nekik egy ajánlatot abban a pillanatban, hogy Bobby ellen nagyon konkrét, komoly vádak jelentek meg. Emberünk kapott egy Get Out of Jail Free cardot, illetve Get Out of Jail with a lot of fucking money cardot. In a recently filed answer to the lawsuit, Kotick and his lawyers not only denied the claim, but has made a counterclaim that AP7 had ulterior motives in filing the suit, including to exert collateral harm on Activision and to help Embracer. Igen, szóval, hogy az AP7 azért adta be ezt a keresetet. Bántsa az Activision-t is jobb pozícióba helyezze az Embracer. Ami egy olyan kijelentés, aminek validálásához először bizonyítaniuk kellene, hogy az AP7 és az Embracer között van-e bármilyen kapcsolat. This Delaware lawsuit was apparently aimed to help pave the way for Embracer to increase its foothold in the Californian market at the expense of Activision, making it more difficult for Activision to recruit talent and expand through mergers and acquisitions activity of the sort that Activision relied on to grow historically. Kotick claims that because AP7's few chairman, Emma Iyer, was an executive at Embracer at the time of the lawsuit's filing, he believes that the lawsuit was filed to mount a collateral attack on Activision that also appears to be tied to Embracer's desire to boost sales of its games by leaving Activision hamstrung in the development of its own games that competed against Embracer's titles. Oké. Van egy érdekes készük. Oké, Koticknak nem hülyék az ügyvédjei. Amennyit fizet nekik, nem is érdemes, hogy hülyék legyenek. Szóval azt mondják, hogy amikor elindult ez a per, akkor a szervezet elnöke az egy vezető volt az Embracernél. És azért indították a lawsuitot, hogy bemocskolják az Activision-t, és az ne tudjon tehetséget magához venni. Ez egy érdekes claim, és ennek van valami rációja. A problémátok az, hogy nagyon könnyen bizonyítható, hogy a Bobby Kotick és az Activision Blizzard elleni hangulat az sokkal szarabb volt már azelőtt is, hogy ez a per bármikor elindult volna. Az Embracernek semmit nem kellett csinálni, csak karba tenni a kezeit. Az Embracernek ezen a ponton nem volt indíték arra, hogy bármilyen céges szabotást megkezdjen, mert addigra már szabotálták magukat az Activision Blizzardnál. Plusz az, hogy a piaci versenyben háttérbe szorítsák az Activision termékeit, az azért fasság, mert az Embracernek a termékei nem versenyeznek a Blizzardéval at all. De oké, haladjunk. In a statement to Gamefile, Embracer has denied Kotick's allegations, saying it didn't have to rely on a lawsuit to compete with Activision. We are humbled of Mr. Kotick's remark that we were competing with Activision on this level. Nevertheless, perhaps difficult to accept for Mr. Kotick, but we did not and do not need any help from a Swedish pension fund in competing with Activision. Thus, in short, there were no coordination or collaboration between Embracer and AP7 relating to any Mr. Kotick statements. No agenda or instructions were directed from Embracer via Iyer or directly to AP7. Gyakorlatilag annyit mondott az Embracer, hogy bro, hidd el, nekem nem kell nekünk egy random svéd betéti társaság ahhoz, hogy versenyezzünk veletek. Thanks. And piss off. Ez gyakorlatilag az ilyen a legjobb jogilag megfogalmazott példája annak, hogy az Istent pattogsz. Öcsi, tedd már odébb magad. Nagyon... Azt se értem egyébként, hogy Kotick mi a fasznak csinálja ezt, amikor már tényleg semmi különösebb veszély se reputáció szinten, se monetáris szinten, se semmilyen szinten nem fenyegeti őt a szexuális zaklatás ügye kapcsolatban. Fog kapni egy geci nagy fájnt, fizest ki, azt menj anyádba. Úgyse akar rólad hallani soha többet a játékipar. Menj, az... Majdnem mondtam valamit, amit tilt a vallásom, de oda, kedves Bobby Kotick. Lássuk, hogy Danny mit mond nekünk a Midnight Pre-patchről. Mit csinálunk jövő héten?
We're going to talk about the pre-patch. Yes, the midnight pre-patch. And in this video, we're going to go through everything that is coming in this pre-patch.
Az új transmog rendszerrel rengeteget fogunk szarakodni.
Before we begin, if you like this type of video, please do leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. We do a ton of World of Warcraft content over here. So if that's your thing, then drop a sub. Right, so the midnight pre-patch launches extremely soon. As of the recording of this, it is next week, January 20th, 2026 for the NA region and January 21st for the EU. Of course, this pre-patch brings a ton of different features, which we're going to go through in this video. Some major, some minor, but we're going to try and cover everything that is coming. I will note as well, the pre-patch event does start 1 week later on January 27th for the NA region and January 28th for the EU. There will also be another patch 12.0.1. Now that's going to...
Amikor endgame contentet késleltetnek egy héttel, azt megértem. Pre-patch eventeket még kell tolni.
Probably about a week before the launch of Midnight. There'll probably just be a lot of minor changes in that. If there's enough for a video, I will obviously cover it in a video. But for the most part, it's just going to be a lot of minor things coming in that patch, I would imagine. So let's start with a big one, and that is, of course, a new race class combination. The Void Elf Demon Hunter is
alig várom, hogy indítsam a Void Elf Demon Hunter-emet.
So this is unlocked through a
Quest
very,
sokkal
very
hosszabb volt,
short
mint
quest that
számítottam rá.
starts in Dawn
A
of
fasz short!
Should probably...
Fast, Dan! Fucking 2 óra volt. Hagyjál már. Megcsináltam a bétán. Short quest.
Automatically pop up when you log in. This quest line takes you back over to Koresh to complete some things, and completing this quest will give you
Ráadásul basszeg megjelenés napján 40 millióan fognak versengeni a dolgokra.
There's no special starting zone, there's no special kind of interactions or anything like that. You simply
azt egyébként értékelném, hogyha Blizzard választhatóak tenni ezeket a dolgokat, mert a régi fajoknál végigvinni a Death Knight kezdőt, az fucking kínzás. Nincs az Isten, hogy egy Human DK-t indítsak, mert én még egyszer végig nem megyek a Breath of the Lich King-es starting zónon. Bármilyen jól van megcsinálva az a storyline, meg bármilyen jól van megcsinálva az a questline, nem tudtak rávenni, hogy ezt én még egyszer végigcsináljam. Nincs az Isten. De kb. Ugyanez az összes többi régi fajjal, meg hero klasszal, mert rá vagy kényszerítve, vagy ilyen 1000 éves starter dolgokon végigmenj. Hadd válasszuk Exiles Reach-et mindenen. So bad.
Just start at level 10. As of the recording of this, there are no new customizations for them. However, Keyboard Turner did data mine some potential new ones, which just haven't been hooked up. So I don't know if Blizzard just didn't go with them, or they just haven't been hooked up, and maybe they'll turn up on patch day as a surprise. But yeah, as of right now, there's no new customizations. Obviously, you'll just have the kind of standard customizations you get with a regular Void Elf, just with the addition of Demon Hunter stuff as well. So yeah, that's going to be available from patch day. Sticking with Demon Hunters, we also have a new spec coming for Demon Hunters. This is the Devourer spec.
Annyira szeretném játszani ezt a spec-et, de ez nevetséges.
For Demon Hunters, this will not have an unlock. This will be available to all of your Demon Hunters as of launch. This is a mid-range spec, so it'll feel a lot different to current Demon Hunters. This will also include a new hero talent specialization.
It's gonna feel a lot different, mert negyed annyi gombod van.
So a lot going on for Demon Hunters in the patch. I'm not going to go into too many details about this spec because genuinely I don't really know too much about it, but there is a very good video on the Warcraft channel going over it if that's something you're interested in. But if you do play Demon Hunter, you could just switch over to it on patch day and check it out. It's pretty interesting. I kind of enjoy the gameplay. Sticking with classes, there is going to be some massive class changes across the board for basically every single class. Now, what you'll notice...
Ez meg mekkora clan fiesta lesz a jövő hét szerda. senkinek nem lesz fogalmas arról, hogy
There's
játszanak
probably just
cross.
quite a bit of pruning to classes to make them feel a little bit simpler. Now, if you want to see specific class changes for your class, I'll link the patch notes down below so you can check out everything that is coming. There is tons of class changes. Your classes are going to feel a lot different when you log in on pre-patch.
To be fair, vannak spekek, amik így kinda megúszták. Szerintem az Evoker se változott olyan sokat, meg a Shadow Priest se.
Also in the patch is a stat squish. So when you log in on pre-patch day, you will notice your stats are going to be a lot lower. So this will include damage numbers and item levels, not player levels. Player levels will remain the same. So yeah, when you log in, you're probably going to notice some lower numbers. Now this is something they do every so often. The last one, I believe, was in Shadowlands. And from some testing, it feels pretty similar to how it feels right now, just with lower numbers, just to be a little bit easier to sort of understand how your damage is doing and things like that. I do like it. Obviously, on the Midnight Beta at level 90, we are kind of getting up to higher numbers already, so maybe we'll see another stat squish sooner rather than later, but it is nice to see, and certainly something that will probably continue to happen every couple of expansions just to keep the game more manageable. So yeah, hopefully this one doesn't mess up too much legacy scaling through old dungeons, because that's what happened last time, but this one seems a lot different to the last one,
stat
so
squish
here's hoping.
az nem 2 hétig fog tartani, és aztán a tier set meg megint milliókra lövi fel számolni.
On pre-patch is that you're going to get a ton of new appearances. So collecting a full set from a higher difficulty will unlock all the subsequent difficulties. So for example, if you unlock the mythic set from a raid, that will unlock all of the appearances for
Nem vagyok egy szuper nagy transmog ember, de ez az új transmog setting részleg, ez kurva kemény.
And Raid Finder. This also works for 25-man and 10-man. The UI does actually specify which sets it includes, so not every set is included, but it is the majority of the raid sets in the game, and this is retroactive. So if you have an older set from the game that you've completed, you will get the subsequent sets.
Rengeteg
As said,
meg
it
fogok
is
akkor kapni.
full set, so it's not just like one item. So if you get like the mythic gloves, that's not going to unlock the previous appearances. You do need to get a full set, and you can obviously work on that right now before pre-patch, just getting all of the highest set you can possibly get. So yeah, a great change. Another change for Transmog is a complete redesign of the UI. So as of launch, you will now transmog these slots and not a specific piece of gear. So if you end up getting a new helm, you won't need to re-transmog it. This will just keep the same appearance regardless of what helm you have. Another change that is happening is that Fury Warriors will now be able to transmog their two-handed weapons into one-handers, which, yeah, is fantastic. I love that. So the way you transmog is changing as well. So you'll now have things called outfit slots. Now, these are not outfit slots like we know them right now. They're just kind of reusing the terminology. So this is a new system where you purchase outfit slots that you can change freely. As of...
Én nem értem, Geci, a WoW közösséget teljesen ki van borulva azon, hogy aranyba kerülnek az outfit slotok. Én nem tudom, minden egyes játékrendszernél, amikor bevezetnek valami újat, és ennek a valami újnak egy része aranyba kerül, akkor úgy háborognak az emberek azon, hogy aranyba kerülnek dolgok, mint hogyha a második gyermeküket kérnék. Ha semmire nem akartok aranyat költeni, akkor mi az Istennek van az arany? Nyilván dolgok aranyba kerülnek. Azért van. Semmire nem jó az arany, hogyha nem használod az AH-t. Hagyjad már, hadd csináljanak már designerek gold szinkeket.
The first two are free, but it does go up in price, starting at 100 gold, 200 gold, 300 gold, into the thousands, into the tens of thousands. But really, you're not going to need all 50, I wouldn't imagine. But if you do want to unlock all 50, it's going to be about 2 million gold to unlock those. So you basically set your transmog inside these outfit slots. So you can have like one set in outfit slot 1, and then in outfit slot 2, you can have another set. And it is free to switch between those. And you can actually put it on the bar as well if you want to do that, and you do this fun little Wonder Woman spin when you do it, but it's free to change between the outfit slots. Now you will need to pay gold to change the transmog inside the outfit slots though. It's about 1.5 to 2k for an entire set, but obviously you won't need to pay that again anytime you get new gear, but you will have to change it every time you do decide to change your transmog. So I think overall you probably will be saving some gold here. The other part of outfit slots is that these can actually be assigned to a new system called situations. So the way that these work is that you can set a specific outfit outfit to a specific situation. For example, you can have a set automatically appear when you're swimming, and then when you're not swimming, it goes back to your regular set. As of right now, the current situations are locations, so depending on what type of content you're doing, like dungeons, raids, PvP, etc. You can have movements, so you can have like regular movement or ground mount or flying mount and things like that. You can even have it for specific
Az első 10 outfit slot lófaszba nem kerül, érted?
specializations, including ones
Jó,
that
én
you've
könnyen,
created.
én valamelyest könnyen vagyok, mert nekem 2 outfit slot bőven elég lesz. Mert nekem lesz egy basic adventuring armor outfitem, meg lesz egy at home chilling outfitem, és majd akkor és beállítok egy triggert, hogy váltson át az outfitem, hogyha beérek a neighborhoodomba, és ennyi.
And for Drakthir and Worgen, you can have different sets for different racial forms. You could also combine these as well, so if you just wanted a swimming set while in a dungeon,
Ó, nem, bocsánat, kell egy
that can be
harmadik,
done,
mert
which is really
Drakthirnek.
cool. The set tab has also been updated. Now it continues to show completed sets, but it now also shows incomplete sets, which is nice. And you also have the custom set tab that has all of your previously saved sets from the old UI. So if you've made a bunch of sets previously, you can now still view them and create new sets
so fucking
in this
cool.
custom set tab, and then you can assign that to your outfit slots, which is nice. So overall,
yeah,
in my
Glamour
opinion,
played
a
that.
much better upgrade to the current transmog system. It is a little confusing. I do
Nyilván
have a
nagyon
full
sok
video
mindent
going
az
over all the
FF14
different
inspirált
details and
innen.
stuff like that that I might not have covered in this video. So yeah, go check that out if you haven't. That is the new transmog updates in the pre-patch. Next up, let's talk about add-ons. Yes, as of pre-patch, all add-ons are being removed from World of Warcraft. I'm joking. That's not actually happening. Don't repeat that.
Meeting
What's
A.
actually happening
Bye.
is that combat add-ons are getting their API restricted. Certain information will no longer be able to be customized or generated by third-party add-ons. This change does pretty much just affect combat-related add-ons. So add-ons like Leatrix Plus, All the Things, Narcissus are all pretty much unaffected by this change. The team at WeakAuras did announce that they're no longer making a version for Midnight, and this will come into effect in the pre-patch. So we will not have WeakAuras as of the recording this in pre-patch and beyond. Now, Blizzard are slowly reverting some of these changes to find a good middle ground with add-ons. So I would imagine even with the 12.0.1 patch, we will see some further changes to this. But certainly if you use a lot of combat add-ons and WeakAuras, it's going to feel a lot different in pre-patch. Now, add-ons like Bigwigs, DBM, Details, etc. will just reskin the information that Blizzard provides. So for the most part, it probably won't feel too much different. But yeah, certainly there's going to be not as much customization in regards to combat and encounters. So let's go into some of the user interface updates, because there are a ton. This is actually the majority of the pre-patch. So, firstly, we have Journeys. This is a new interface that will replace the traditional
Thank God, hogy végre egy UI alá rakták Karin.
Will go all the way back to Dragonflight. This UI also features things like the Delver's Journey and the upcoming Prey Seeker's Journey from Midnight. The Delves tab has actually been removed from the Group Finder panel, so that's gone. Say goodbye to that in pre-patch. This will now be replaced with the Journeys UI. The Journeys UI also does have a button to see your Great Vault progress, and if you want to access the Journeys tab, this has been added as a new tab on the Adventure Guide, so all of your Renowns and Delve's Journey and things like that will be featured on the Journeys tab from now on. We're also going to get combat audio alerts in pre-patch, so this is an accessibility feature, and you can enable audio alerts for various combat-related things.
Oh, hell
There's
yeah.
tons of customization here, and it just
Very
seems
cool.
like a really great accessibility feature for those that need it. Obviously, some people will probably not need it, but the people that do need it will certainly need it with the changes to the API. So yeah, certainly
that's
a
very
good
good.
change for sure. Also nameplates.
That's
so
very, very
we
good.
are going to get new default nameplates as of pre-patch. There are 5 different variants that you can choose from right now, and you can do a bit of customization with this.
Yeah,
with the
serious?
nameplate info, cast bar info, whether or not aggro is displayed, debuff tracking and padding, and then you can also choose whether or not you want to enable simplified nameplates for certain types of mobs. Now, add-ons like Plater and things like that will probably reskin a lot of this, and for the most part, if you are using add-ons for nameplates, they probably still will continue to work. They just won't be able to provide new information that isn't already provided by Blizzard. So yeah, if you don't like the look of these, you probably will be able to customize these through add-ons. Your party frames are also getting updated with...
mennyit fogok tweakelni a UI-on, amikor már ilyen pipács. Jesus Christ. Pedig én aztán nem vagyok egy UI ember, nekem elég simplistic UI-on van, de lesz mivel szarakodni. Keresnem kell egy guildet a Midnight-ra. Mostani guildem teljesen inaktív.
If not, then maybe Blizzard might unrestrict some stuff here, but for the most part, yeah, the party frames will just display a lot more information. A minor change coming is that raid chat will now have chat bubbles. So So
Ja,
you can enable that
is-
in the
ismerem.
settings. Another thing you're going to notice
Ismerem
going
az
forward
ADS
is that
series.
there's going to be new boss warnings. So these have been added to the game as kind of an in-game replacement for things like DBM and bigwigs. Now, as of right now, it doesn't look like it's completely retroactive, so we're probably not going to see this in Manifold Omega or things like that and in pre-patch, but I might be wrong. These raids are not open on the PTR, so we don't actually know whether or not they're going to have these raid warnings, but if a boss does have those raid warnings, add-ons like DBM and bigwigs will be able to reskin it to make it look like something you're more used to. But you can customize this through the settings to make it look and feel how you like. You can also use the edit mode as well if you want to kind of change
nice.
the look and position of it.
Mennyit
like
fogunk
it. I've used it
szarakodni
quite a
edit
lot,
módban.
and it provides some pretty
Um,
helpful information during
Jelenleg nincs nagy divatja annak, vagy nincs nagy kultúrája annak, hogy emberek így osztogatják az edit mód kódjukat, de most, hogy ennyi szarság bekerül az új rate frame-ekkel, meg az új timerekkel, meg az új mindennel együtt, nagyon kíváncsi leszek rá, hogy ki milyen edit mód setupokat fog összerakni, és egy picit várom azt, hogy shoppolhassunk emberek edit mód UI-jai között.
boss encounters. But as mentioned, add-on authors will be able to access and reskin this information, so it might not feel too different to you. The cooldown manager is also getting some updates. They've added support to share and save multiple layouts for the cooldown manager, which is cool, and right-clicking a cooldown in the cooldown manager settings will now give players the option to assign a sound and event type. So you can have up to 3 different alerts for each cooldown, which is pretty handy, and actually a little bit of an accessibility option as well. So
Ez
some
is
updates
hiányzik
to the
itt
default
emberek.
cooldown manager. Another thing you're going to see is that the game will now have a damage meter. Yes, the game is going to have a damage meter built in by default. Now, on this, you can track different types of damage, different types of healing, even in
Nagyon kíváncsi vagyok rá egyébként. Biztos vannak már erre mérések a beta alapján, de ha majd kijön, akkor kíváncsi leszek rá, biztos valaki csinál egy pontos mérést, hogy a Detailshez képest, a Details korábbi méréseihez képest mennyivel pontosabb és gyorsabb az inbuild.
interrupts and dispels as of right now, and you can create multiple windows up to 3, and you can customize the look and feel of this through the edit mode. Add-ons like details will continue to exist, however the information provided will just be the information that the inbuilt damage meter gives. So basically, if you can track it on the inbuilt one, details will also track it there. They're not going to provide any new information as of right now, but maybe that'll change. But essentially, if you're a details enjoyer or other damage meter enjoyer, you're probably not going to feel too much different. But if you do want to use the in-game one, it is there for you to use. I kind of like the look of it, actually. And finally on UI, big change that I love, find lumber. So find lumber is changing, so you'll actually be able to track lumber through the minimap instead of having to have the harvesting hatchet in your bag. To enable this on your character on day 1 of pre-patch, simply just click the axe
Yes,
in your bag,
bro,
and
we
it's
can
consumed and
fucking
it adds
track
the
it.
toggle to your minimap.
The
You'll be able
wood.
to find lumber as a toggle on your minimap.
We can
which
track
is
the
probably how it
fucking
should have been
wood.
since the start, but it is nice to see it coming in. We also have a new PvP mode coming in pre-patch. This is the new training grounds. So this is a new
Erre
in-game
tényleg kíváncsi
PvP
leszek.
feature, which is basically comp stomp, but not a brawl. So this is going to be active all the time, and this is going to be players versus AI NPCs. Now, as of the release, there will be 3 battlegrounds which are featured, which is Battle for Gilneas, the Silver Shard
Ezért lesznek rewardok? Mert szívesen játszom az ilyet egyébként. AI ellen szívesen PvP-zek. It's always fun. Szeretek PvP-zni, csak nem szeretem azt, ami jár vele a World of Warcraft közösségem belül. Meg szerintem kompetitív PvP-zni a World of Warcraftban egy teljesen felesleges dolog. De az ilyen PvP-szerű élményeket szeretem a játékban. Hogyha jár értük valami reward, aztán bannam.
and Arathi Basin. Now, as of my testing, it did reward honor, but it didn't give any marks of honor. But that was a while ago, so they could have changed it since I've tested it on beta. I really hope it does still give marks of honor. Obviously, people use Comp Stomp as a pretty good farm for that currency. So yeah, hopefully it's pretty much the same there. This mode is really just designed for people to kind of dive into PvP without the pressure of kind of having other players there. So it seems like a pretty great thing to add, especially if
Having
you get honor
assholes
from it,
then.
so it might be a good honor farm with a little bit less stress. So let's talk about housing in pre-patch. So details on housing have been a little sparse as it hasn't been enabled on the midnight pre-patch PTR.
Yep.
However, Blizzard have come out and said said that a few things are coming for housing. One of the big things here is Endeavors.
Endeavorok
Yes,
jönnek
Endeavors have been
elvileg
confirmed to
jövő
be launching
héten,
in pre-patch. So these are kind of the gameplay aspect
exciting.
of the neighborhood. With these, you kind of work together with your neighborhood to complete tasks like a group trading post of sorts. Completing these tasks will fill a bar and unlock more decor rewards at different intervals. Now, these tasks include things just around your neighborhood, but it can also include things like killing raid bosses or dungeons and things like that. And if you have 3 people from your neighborhood in the group, you also get double the XP. One of the big things with Endeavors is that it's going to give you a lot of housing XP, so your houses are going to be leveling up a lot faster than just collecting decor, because this is sort of the main XP source for your houses. Now, Endeavors are themed on specific cultures. As of pre-patch, we're going to have Blood Elf, Ethereal, Grummels, Niffin, Dragthir, and Mechanomes, it seems. Now, there are other ones in the data, but we haven't seen those on the beta as of right now. The Blood Elf one interacts directly with Midnight Zones, so I don't expect that to be active on the pre-patch. That will probably launch with Midnight once we have access to those zones. Also, Endeavors do last 1 month.
Olvastam, fel is dolgoztam majd interjút, amit a PC gameresekkel csináltak a housing kapcsán, és elmondta ott a main housing ember, hogy az Endeavorökkel az a terv, vagy a housinggal az a tervük, hogy minden nagy content update-be raknak 5-10 színnyi housing szinten.
Month at a time, and if you're in a private neighborhood, the owner of that private neighborhood can actually choose which endeavor you have, but if you're in a public neighborhood, the game will choose it for you. I would imagine it will just rotate through
én Preachnek a izéjában vagyok.
These are just kind of scratching the surface of the details. I will have a full video on endeavors coming out on the channel very, very soon. Another thing confirmed is that we're going to get Blood Elf and Night Elf house shapes for our neighborhoods. So yeah, these houses are amazing.
Szóval Kapinyó, köszönöm szépen a raidet, szervusztok,
So
szervusztok.
much customization there, and yeah, you're gonna have access to those on day one.
Remélem jó napotok volt, remélem jó streametek volt. Épp a pre-patch videóját nézzük Mr. GM.
You were able to try and start a charter neighborhood. The option was there, so potentially these are going to be active finally in pre-patch.
Nem vovozni fogunk, mert nincs még content, de megnézzük Dan videóját.
5 to level 9, which is the same as the Midnight Beta as of right now. Now they could lock this off potentially, but with enable.
Tessék, Sirius, meg fogják növelni a pre-patchben neked a decor limitet, az interiort 4340-re, az outdoort meg 95-re.
Ünnepelt. XP, I would imagine this will probably be something that is going to be there, which also means like bigger house sizes and things like that are also coming in pre-patch. So again, a couple of question marks there, but we are getting endeavors.
Kíváncsi leszek rá, hogy a Blood Elf külsőt milyen nehéz ez fel.
One thing we do know is that there will be some more decor from dungeons, so because of the Midnight Season 1
Elányászos vagyok, de a hordásházam van jobban berendezve, mert ott a guildben lakok, Preachek guildjén.
So in the Pit of Sauron, you should be able to get the Eye of Acarus. Also, while we're talking about that dungeon,
meg kéne kezdenem farmolni bútorokat. Ott content bútorok nincsenek. A Legion remixből a 3 darab bútor, ami még nincs meg, de azt már szerintem le is szarom.
In the Dark Flame Cleft, you're going to get the Wax Master's Candle Rack, and in the Crucible of Storms raid, you will get the Crucible Voltive Rack. So certainly a couple of decor items being added to some dungeons for you to collect on pre-patch. Moving on into the Midnight pre-patch event. So this starts on January 27th or 28th, depending on your region. So 1 week after the launch. So
arra vagyok kíváncsi, hogy mennyi XP-t az
and it takes place in the Twilight Highlands. So once you've completed the introduction quest on one of your characters.
Ezt láttam, ez olyan fura választás volt, hogy a Twilight Highlands használják, de ugyanakkor meg apróvalom, mert a Twilight Highlands az egyik legkevésbé emlékezetes zóna a játékban, és ha csinálnak vele bármit, amitől fun lesz, akkor let's go, I guess.
You can head over to the Twilight Highlands and you'll see some small outdoor rare events which have you killing NPCs, filling a bar, and then defeating a rare. And that will happen every 10 minutes in various parts of the zone. So it is just kind of a fly and kill rares sort of event, which does reward some items. You will also see some new world quests popping up in the zone for your characters, which is a part of 2 new weekly quests which will happen in the Twilight Highlands to complete world quests and to complete these rare events as well. So basically you're going to be in that zone just killing and repeating various things. things. Now, there is a new currency which is coming with this event, and this is used to purchase some of the new cosmetic rewards and some of the catch-up gear as well. In regards to rewards, there's a new arsenal which has different...
Én biztos, hogy szintezni fogok egy Void Elf Demon Huntert, úgyhogy kell fog minden.
Ensemble, the well-worn Twilight Cultist attire, which is an HD version of the original Twilight Trappings attire from Vanilla WoW.
This is the HD version.
Various pieces of decor you can purchase, like the Silvermoon wooden chair, the enchanted Blood Elven candelabra, and the Cinderai winged chaise. You're also going to have a new mount called the Retrained Sky Razor mount. You're also going to have 3 battle packs you can purchase. A new mount called the
Ez boldog school, ez hack! Nem vagyok hatalmas rajongója ezeknek a bogár mountoknak egyébként. Ezekből volt egy pár Warwitimben, és egyiket se kedveltem nagyon. This fucking guy looks cool. Ezekkel a hálókkal magán, ez tetszik. Meg tetszik a színe.
Trained Sky Razor mount.
Tudom.
You're also going to have 3 battle pets you can purchase, and there will also be some Warbound champion gear that you can purchase as well. This is a recolor of the Kaz dungeon set, and this will sell armor, rings, necklaces, cloaks, and weapons. And each of the pieces cost 40 of the currency each to purchase, so these will be new appearances, but they do also drop from the rare events, so you might not need to purchase all of these. So you could just kind of do the rare events, hope that they drop, and then maybe as the event's ending, go and purchase the ones you're missing. But yeah, certainly I wouldn't waste too many of those tokens buying this set. This event also does have some new achievements. It has 2 achievements. The first one is 2 minutes to midnight. This
Born
is
of the
to
Twilight.
each of the bosses summoned
Light
by
Forge
the
Mecha
Twilight
Suits.
Blades in the Twilight Highlands during the pre-patch event. This does reward a new mount called the Lightforge Mech Suit mount and a new title of Thorn of Twilight. There's also another achievement, which is called Crushing the Cultist. This is to win the Twilight Blades Stratagem game in the Twilight Ascension base camp.
That's gonna be a fucking pain in the ass.
Play, which is basically tic-tac-toe, and you have to win this 50 times to get this achievement. Now, there was a toy on the vendor, which does let you do it from anywhere, but that doesn't seem to be on the vendor as of the recording of this, so it looks like they may have removed it. Not too sure there, but you will be able to play this game in the Twilight base camp in the Twilight Highlands. So, yeah, enjoy tic-tac-toe and enjoy trying to win 50 times.
Meg fogom nézni Agendánon, és garantálom neked, hogy lesz egy darab Tic-Tac-Toe Champion nevű karakter, aki ott fog kempelni egész nap, és várja majd az új kihívókat.
These achievements. So overall, yeah, the pre-patch event is pretty much one of the pre-patch events of all time.
Szeret játszik
Fly
PvP-ben,
around,
nem?
kill rares, and do world quests. So for the most part, it'll keep us busy and have some new collectibles to obtain. Also coming in pre-patch is a new mount achievement. The Insurmountable Collection achievement for collecting 600 mounts will be coming to the game in pre-patch. This will reward Anshular Shadow's
I hate this. I fucking hate this. Meg akarom szerezni ezt a mountot, chat. Ez kurva jól néz ki ez a bagoly. A Void Elf Devour Demon Hunterömnek ez lenne az Ultimate Mount. El kell kezdem levadázni a 600 fucking mountot. Nem vagyok egy mount collector, van 300 mountom. Brother, don't do this to me. I need this shit. It looks so cool.
Guidance, which is a purple variant of the Mythic Farak mount, which is pretty cool looking. So if you already have over 600 mounts, then you will get this achievement day 1 of the pre-patch. Also in pre-patch, you'll notice a new login screen. Yes, the Midnight login screen will come with pre-patch. So this is a new portal login screen.
Amíg várom, hogy megjön a pre-patch, és a Fakesz Reddit 4000 poszttal legyen tele arról, hogy miért ilyen szar a login screen, amit nem is láttok, mert a Balneten keresztül logoltok be.
Screen, which does look pretty cool. I really like it. I love these shards falling into it. I did try and get a loop of it, but it seems like it's pretty randomly generated or whatever. Like you can't get a perfect loop, but that's fine. It is very cool looking. I could just stare at it for days. Now, one thing I will say is I do feel like the buttons should probably not be red. Maybe they should be blue or purple. It just feels a bit weird. Maybe change the red to a different color. I know you could do it through add-ons if you wanted to, but yeah, by default, I think that should be changed. But overall, I don't hate it. I don't hate the login screen. I think it actually looks pretty cool. And finally, the Winds of Mysterious Fortune buff is coming back for pre-patch. This does start 1 week after pre-patch on the 27th or 8th, depending on your region, and ends on the midnight release. So yeah, nothing too revolutionary here. This is just a leveling and reputation buff from levels 10
A leveling buffnak örülök, mert
a while you're leveling, you'll get various
Void Demon
Hunter
items
to help you on your leveling journey. This reputation buff affects Dragonflight and War Within reputation. repercussions. We haven't heard any other details as of right now, but yeah, what it seems like
Egyébként
is that it is
most egy kicsit picsagok, de amúgy szerintem megszámlálhatatlan mennyiségű kimaxolt reputációm van, amikből csak nem vettem ki a mountokat. Valószínűleg 100 mountot így ki tudnék szedni a semmiből, csak azzal, hogy végigmegyek rep vendorokon, amiknek ki van maxolva a repje, és csak megveszem a mountokat, amik ott vannak. Szóval,
going
Nagy,
to be pretty much what we expect as a kind of leveling event. Now, we've just had Legion
Ja,
remix,
és-
so maybe people won't have alts to level, but yeah, it'd be nice to have a little bit of a buff to the reputations regardless. So yeah, that's it. That is the Midnight pre-patch. Let me know in the comments your
Elég,
thoughts on this pre-patch. Certainly,
elég heavy pre-patch lesz. Lesz vele melónk. Tehát az első napunk az majdnem teljesen UI szarakodás lesz. It looks fun. All kinds of fun. Úgyhogy veretünk. Én ezt várom. Én játszogatok egyébként most a TBC klasszikkal is, de én ezt nem fogom szímelni. Viszont it's gonna hurt. Szóval amikor előkerül ez a füzet chat, az általában két dolog miatt... Kamera. Köszönöm. Amikor ez a füzet előkerül, az általában két okból kerül elő. Az egyik az, hogy az esti rajz gyakorlatomhoz kerül elő. A másik az az, hogyha játékokról jegyzetelek, mert melóhoz kell. Nagyon-nagyon sok tesztjegyzet van ebben a füzetben. Most nem tesztjegyzet, viszont egy cikkhez való felkészülés miatt veszem elő. Játszom kell Pathologic. Szóval. Csak hogy tisztázzuk, soha nem akartam játszani a Pathologic-kal. Mármint a Pathologic 1-jel. Mert a Pathologic 1 egy csodálatos játék, amit a legrosszabb ellenségeimnek nem kívánnék, hogy játszom vele. Egy 2000-es évek elejé immersive simről van szó, teljesen véletlen az összefüggés, by the way. Csont véletlen az összefüggés. Majd elmondom, hogyha vége ennek a projektnek, de teljesen véletlen az összefüggés. És a Pathologic 2-vel játszani, az más. A Pathologic 2-vel játszottam, és a Pathologic 2 fun. Fun annyira, mint bármi, amit az orosz irodalom valaha megszült. De hogy a Pathologic 2-t jó játszani, mert a Pathologic 2 jól néz ki egyébként, vizuálisan tök jól néz ki. És játékmenet szempontjából nyilván brutális, és kegyetlen, és nyomasztó, és stb. De nem katasztrofális játszani. A Pathologic 1-et az. Nagyon sokat tudok róla, mert nagyon sokat olvastam róla, meg nagyon sok videót néztem róla, meg eszéket néztem róla, meg itt tudom én. De játszanom kell vele. Mert egy cikkhez játszanom kell vele. Szóval, most velem együtt fogtok szenvedni. És nem kattinthat el egyiketek sem. Mert tudni fogom. Úgyhogy... let's fucking go. Azért már nem bírom a böngészőt kezelni. Így van, Barotti, nem megy sem. Így járta. Mi leszünk a legnagyobb csatorna Pathologic kategóriában. Let's fucking... És össze is omlott a játék fel, igen. Nem mehettek, most már nem mehettek sehova. Eddig itt voltatok, most már itt maradtok. Pláne úgy, hogy mi vagyunk a legnagyobb csatorna Pathologic kategóriában, hogy fucking kidding me. Ezt a Devolver adta ki? Ha. Mert a Pathologic 2-3-at nem a Devolver adta ki, ezt ők maguk intézték. Azt nem tudtam, hogy a Pathologic 1-et még ők adták ki.
Allow me to remind you that an epidemic of unknown origin has already eradicated a few genuinely distinctive towns in the northern part of the country.
Elveszi magától az
The
OBS.
circumstances of these tragic events remain uncertain. There is a lot that we cannot explain yet. It appears as though the plague has a mind of its own, as if it is driven by some irrepressible will. Why else has no one managed to fight it successfully? Why does it target the most precious aspects of our existence? The sand plague picks its victims fastidiously, and the same principle always draws it back to whoever tries to oppose it. Surprisingly, we've yet to hear a single word from the powers that be.
Egy very 2000-es játék. Akkor ott marad a pizzafutár az ajtódban, amíg le nem jár a shiftje. Ah, fuck it. Feszültséget megelőző táncikálás. Ezt nagyon sokat fogod kérdezni, Sirius, a következő 1 órában. Azt mondja, hogy vízszinket azt szeretném, anti-aliasinget szeretnék, SSO-t szeretnék, defoféret szeretnék. A Bloom meg a Motion Blur nélkül tudok élni, bár a Bloomot van játék, ami jól használja. Egyelőre bekapcsolom, aztán majd meglátjuk. Jó, kezdjünk. Feliratot tudok rakni valahogyan? Beszélt hangra, nem tudok. Nekem nem kell, de nem bántam volna, hogyha nézők kedvéért. Nincs jó.
Wherever have you come from?
No. I detest trickery. But if we ourselves are to suffer deception, our hands are no longer tied. Where are we?
Well, the muscular contraction is there. Means you're already inside of him. This must be one of the ventricles, right here.
What a silly place. It's stuffed. So it's not real for now? I don't think it has started yet.
Does it matter what it's made of? It's definitely struggling. We need to perform sectio transversalis. Cut the wall. There's no other way out. What else is there to do?
I know what to do. Those who favor hard logic and direct action are bound to be misguided. Only a miracle can set us free without us having to destroy something.
Azért ilyen jó a szikrom, mert ez a második kiadása a játéknak, az első borzalmas.
Please be quiet. You're a liar and a thief. Who is going to believe you when you keep lying to yourself? The truth is my shepherd. Whatever happens, I will find answers, and justice will be restored. I will perform the operation. Medica morbo ad hibe.
Don't you go all bossy on me, clever clogs. You will act justly, but your justice will blind you and become his demise. This calls for the gentle hand of a surgeon. Step aside, both of you.
Your gentle hands are used to killing, not giving life. You will inevitably do harm. As for Brainy, he has no regard for casualties at all. Neither of you knows compassion.
Yes, it seems unlikely that we'll get along well, but there's only one truth.
Any choice is right as long as it's willed. That's the truth of the matter.
Only the heart will show you the right choice. Stop thinking about yourselves. Think of the sick. He's in pain. I can't see it yet, but I can feel it.
It's not even a trap. It's a grave. Subipsum funis sumus. Can't say I hold a soft spot for it.
I can see that. You're full of hate. Stuffed or not, it's breathing. I can hear it. It can be healed rather than killed.
You mean you won't become a killer? But you will. Mark my word, that's exactly what will happen. But I can avoid it.
No, we won't ever get along. I suggest we be on our way. The sooner the better.
Off we go then?
Let's go. The clock is ticking.
Ez a 3 főszereplője a játéknak. Haló? Játék? Oh, what up? Azt hittem, hogy várunk, hogy töltsön. Lol. Ők a 3 főszereplője a játéknak, és választanunk kell majd. Yes. Szóval, az első végigjátszásnál csak az első 2 fasziból lehet választani. A Changelinget nem lehet választani először. Végig kell játszani a játékot először hozzá. The Bachelor. The history of humanity witnessed a number of catastrophes that have demonstrated without a shadow of a doubt the pettiness of human achievement and the triumph of the invincible evil. Outbreaks of infectious diseases that have from time to time wiped towns and cities off the map are undoubtedly among those. However smart and virtuous the people caught up in these destructive events have repeatedly come to the conclusion that it's no use trying to fight these circumstances. The best you can do is bite the bullet and cope with your losses. This is the story of a person who managed to work a miracle and defeat a seemingly unvanquishable foe.
Daniil Dankovsky, a bachelor of medicine, was brought here by circumstances most unfortunate. Dankovsky's life work, his theory challenging the existing notions of human mortality, is being harshly persecuted by the powers that be. Suddenly, a letter arrives from a colleague suggesting that there is previous undiscovered evidence which may support Dankovsky's claims. There is a settlement, the letter says, ruled by an extraordinary man who may well be seen as objective proof of Dankovsky's daring hypothesis. Grasping at straws of hope, Dankovsky decides to follow what he believes to be the sign of divine providence. Without further ado, he sets off for the settlement. Late at night, Bachelor arrives in the town. As he seeks room and board, he gets to know a girl called Eva Jan and stays at her place till dawn.
Fontosnak érzem, hogy tisztázzak egy pár dolgot itt a legelején. Megvárom, amíg Ez egyébként a 2000-es évekhez képest egy elég hossza cutscene. Bárhogy jól néz ki alapvetően. És ez a saját engine-je volt a fejlesztő csapatnak benne. Na, szóval, akit most játszunk, ugye 3 játszó karakter van. Daniel Dankovsky, ő egy orvos, aki egy nagyvárosból jött, és neki az a mission statementje, ő azért dolgozott eddig, hogy orvosként, mint a legarrogánsabb orvos, aki létezhet, ő azt tűzte ki céljául, hogy megtalálja a halál ellenszerét. És azért érkezik ebbe a faluba, mert kapott egy hírt, hogy ez a Simon Kane nevű ember, ez szokatlanul sokáig él. És azért jön ebbe a városba, vagy ebbe a faluba, hogy megvizsgálja, hogy ő miért él ilyen nagyon sokáig. Mert hogy minden funding, meg minden támogatás kezd kifutni Daniel alól, és kell neki valami. A másik 2 főszereplő, még nem történt semmi, csak elmagyarázom a 3 fő karakter. A második főszereplő a Herospex, mindegy, nem tudom a rendes nevét. A Herospexnek más a setupja, ő ebből a faluból származik, amiben játszik a Pathologic. Ő egy helyi, aki visszajön távoli tanulmányaiból, és belekeveredik egy gyilkossági ügyön keresztül a helyi drámába. A harmadik, a hölgy, akit láttatok az elején, a Changeling, ő elvileg birtokol valami spirituális erőket, és ő azért van itt, hogy a spirituális erőivel gyógyítsa a helyieket. Na most, amellett, hogy mind a 3-nak tök más backstory-ja van, meg teljesen más, hogy kerül bele ebbe a szituációba, mind a 3 itt van. Tehát, hogy te kiválasztod az egyik karaktert, ott a másik 2 még itt van a faluban, és csinálnak dolgokat. Nyilván ez egy immersive sim, szóval a döntéseid, meg az, ahogy játszol, meg a választásaid nagyon nagyban befolyásolják azt, hogy mi történik a játékban. De a másik 2 karakter, akit nem választasz, őket úgy tekinti a játék, hogy mivel nem irányítod őket, ezért a lehető legszarabb dolgokat csinálják. Szóval, érdekes setupok lesznek ebben. Úgy nagyon Lovecraft feelingem van itt a játéktól, nem a világ, hanem maga Lovecraft írust. Vannak hasonlóságok, ja. As of today, my mission remains obscure. The examination of Simon Kane, who is rumored to be a man of incredible longevity, may shake the very foundation of modern thanatology and change the existent notion of death itself. However, even if this undying Leviathan proves to be more than a fairy tale, the mere confirmation of his existence won't suffice to prevent the powers that be from shutting our laboratory down. Nem tudom, hogy a zene az, hogy alakul. I need to figure out the most fruitful approach. Simon is a well-respected man, and if he mistakes my interest for effrontery, it would be nigh impossible to convince him to help me break new ground in the field of human vitality. Nincsenek napi questjeink még. Day 1. By the end of which the bachelor finds himself battling a truly unvanquishable foe. Hát az, hogy bekapcsoltam a vízszinket, az nem sokat tett az életünkért egyébként, mert ott még ugyanúgy erre a dolog. Hadd nézzek meg valamit. Ja, bekapcsoltam. Mi csináltam? Közöm, Nagy. Van itthon valaki? Oh, hello.
I had a feeling you would come.
Oh, ő Évajan. Did the sounds from outside wake you up too? There was a terrible groan and then something snappily loudly. I heard nothing. I fell asleep so quickly I didn't even notice. It's like I fainted, so what sound are you talking about? I think there are strangers in the backyard by the pond. They are unlikely to be planning mischief, but I have a bad feeling about this. I'm afraid to go out to them. I hope they go away soon and stop disturbing our sleep. Disturbing the peace! I'd like to thank you for your hospitality, for board and bed. Sincerely hope you have everything you need, because I'm very happy to have you here. Daniel, is it? Could you please tell me where your ruler Simon Kane lives? Are you willing to trade the company of a fascinated woman for that of a dreadful old man, even if he is a sorcerer? That's so sad, but Simon won't go... Nem akarom eltrédelni. I really don't. Beszélni akarok vele. He's always been, he always will be, even if the moon were to fall to the ground. Please stay with me a little longer. Simon is a sorcerer. Did I hear you right? Is a secret to his longevity. I couldn't even imagine the hospitality here, but who was waiting for me? I didn't notify old Burak of my arrival. I'm not even sure what made me take off for this place. Glory is the messenger riding ahead of the man, a celebrity from the capital. Bachelor Dankovsky, the founder of Tanatika, the man who challenges death. Of course we heard about you. Nice. Ez egy kalandjáték, kicsit olyan hangulatom van tőle, mint egy nem point and click. Ez egy immersive sim, ez egy szerepjáték, mint a Deus Ex. Vagy az early Elder Scrolls játék. Glory is the... Ja, igen. I hope that getting to know your ruler will give me the chance to live up to the expectations. Death. So that's the enemy you've chosen for yourself. Isn't it hard? I don't think anyone has managed to defeat that evil yet. Millions of doctors defeated it on certain singular occasions, but my enemy is more fearsome. It is death itself rather than a singular case of death. I'm challenging the forces of nature. Barely understanding myself, could death only seem... show me where Simon is. It's not far. The Kane lives at the Crucible on Bridge Square, but could I please offer you a piece of advice? Yeah. Simon has two younger brothers. The eldest of the two, Gregory, is called the Judge by the locals. Visit him first, he isn't asleep. He'll teach you how to speak with Simon. The youngest of the three is Victor. His daughter Maria also wanted to see you. It's probably important. Was it she who knew about my arrival beforehand? Yes, she told me about it privately. Talking to her is no simple task. Maria is that kind of person. She puts on airs, but that's just how the Canes are. It was Maria who told me that she would help you defeat death. That's the precise wording. What a coincidence. Alright, thank you for the advice. Go and I prepare everything for you for your return. Do come back after you speak to the Canes. They will probably do a lot of things that will puzzle you and put you on guard. I will have some advice that may be of help to you, if you need it. Be kell engednem a macskát, mert tépje az ajtó. Itt van. Sure. Come back. Simon Kane. Itt lakik Simon. Okay. It's a big ass map. Az akkor ez a... Pathologic 2 nagyobb volt, hogy kis, nem is emlékszem. Oké. Okay. Beszéltünk a hölgyel. Van az inventorynkban bármi? Jó, a scalpel. And some gloves. And some drugs. Yeah. And some water. Glass of water. Kerosene for some reason. Okay. Yeah, hey guys. How you doing? Vulnerable bachelor, please be so kind as to linger for a minute. This conversation won't take too much of your time, especially since time stops during dialogues. At least during the important ones. And our dialogue is extremely important. You need to know... Ó, nem akartam orosz akcentust, bocsánat, teljesen véletlenül jött ki vele. And our dialogue is extremely important. You need to know how to play after all, don't you? Bánat, ez a szép trip. Elmondtam, gyerekek, hogy nekem ezzel játszanom kell egy kutatáshoz. És légy szív, legyetek velem, amíg játszok ezzel, it's scary. Play what you're talking about, Masked Man. I'm neither a gambler nor an actor. Who are you? Poor tragedian, if you please. A victim of circumstances, just like you. You're mistaken, I'm the director. The person in charge of the situation. I'm not a random actor. Yeah. Of course you aren't. You are a living, breathing man, as is evidence from your conditions and statuses. You experience hunger, thirst, and fatigue. You suffer from pain, wounds, and diseases. You're so lifelike. You have to eat, drink, sleep, and rest, and to make mistakes. Wait, scary. Technikailag ez horror, de úgy horror, mint a Bioshock. Tehát, hogy van egy nyomasztó atmoszférája, de nem használ jumpscare-eket, meg ilyenek. Inkább nyomasztó, mint bármi más, nem ijesztő játék. The latter being the most... Tell me, please. The latter being the most definitive proof of my human nature. Wouldn't you agree? If I may, I would like to point out just how important it is to keep an eye on your condition. If you get dizzy or unnaturally sluggish, do have it checked up. Felrakjak egy táncoló anime gifet valamelyik sarokba, hogy ne féljetek? If you get dizzy or unnaturally sluggish, do have to check up. Vital processes tend to run faster during emergencies than in everyday life. I know a person who died of stress but was diagnosed with starvation. It happens, I can testify to that as a doctor. Need I remind a wise man like you of the fact that hunger is sated with food? Enned kell a játékban, kedves videójátékos. Food can be found in shops, and shops can be found in ordinary houses that are marked with specific signs. Sleep, however, is more complicated. People only sleep in beds and only in private residences around here. I'm sorry, but that's just how our world works. And quite silly, if you forgive me for saying so, speaking of commerce, different shops sell similar items at different prices. Make sure you don't get cheated. People can be quite brazen around here. You can also barter with the folks out in the streets. Some things may be nothing more than trinkets to you, but others would be willing to part with their life's blood for them. Igyekszem sokat beszélni, hogy ne legyen olyan nyomasztó. You're bold, man, let me through. Yes, Blood, it's not my place to lecture you, but if following your Hippocratic oath, you ever consider easing someone's pain, feel free to just approach them with a suitable drug. You will see their pain receding before your very eyes. The sick fall asleep when they are close to recovery, don't they? When they are close to their ultimate rest. Still, helping the hopeless will grant you a good reputation. You will be seen as a benefactor willing to part with precious sleeping draught or a painkiller for a simple bystander. Anything else? No, not yet. Ja, mert tudjuk, hogy hol van Simon, úgyhogy bye. Okosak esznek meg azt, azt veled, Mizu? Hold! I'm going to have to teach you about the technicalities of the setting, the time and the place. It's non-essential, but that's just how it is. The actor has to be prepared before he goes on stage, or else he'll fall down the aisle or stumble upon the prompt box. That would look mighty silly, wouldn't you agree? Who are you? An actor in a tragic mime show. That's unimportant for you. Listen to me or not. I'm listening. Time flies by. It can't be stopped or turned back. Nights follow days, which are followed by nights. Things happen without any regard of whether you are there to witness them. Don't expect anyone to wait for you. Most events can be missed. Oké, szóval ez egy olyan játék, ahol folyamatosan történnek dolgok. Napokra van osztva a játék, mit csinálsz? Engedd már a kucsimat, pólómat most, vagy? Napokra van osztva a játék, de nem úgy, mint a Personában, hogy nem történik semmi, hogyha te nem interaktálsz vele. Itt folyamatosan történnek dolgok. Szóval, hogyha vannak questek, amiket nem csinálsz meg, akkor azok lemennek nélküled, és a lehető legrosszabb outcome fog megtörténni. Úgyhogy, ja. On top, you have to be on top of time. And so it would make sense for you to visit the places that you care about regularly. You'll find the people that will play major roles in your fate there. They stand out from the common folk, the rest are just a crowd shot, a background, a bunch of extras. As it has always been. Indeed, still is the best to avoid hasty judgment. It's a paradox, you see. Don't try to care too much for the lives of these bound to stand out people, and don't be too dismissive of the silent crowd. Both extremes will end in tragedy. The world cares for your reputation, a fine and crucial instrument. Your reputation changes the world you see, for it is a mirror, wouldn't you agree? And so a bad reputation can get you into a lot of trouble. Oké, szóval... van egy csomó méter ebben a játékban. Van hunger, thirst, exhaustion, immunity, ilyen dolgok, és akkor mellette van egy reputációd is, amit hogyha elcseszel, akkor emberek nem állnak szóba veled, és a boltokban nem tudsz venni semmit, szóval gyakorlatilag tudod brickelni az egész játékodat, hogyha a reputációd beesik, nem? Oh, I describe, you got vivid imagination, everything changes from mystical aspects to mundane things like the people you need treating you badly. How many enemies you got? How high the prices rise? How bad your dreams are? Lots of things. How is that even a question? Same as anywhere. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not lie. Thou shalt not betray. Do not steal. Do not covet. Do not be an asshole. Igen, emlékszem a 10 parancsolatban a do not be an asshole részre. Do not get caught. The rules are the same everywhere. A truly selfless deed, like risking something for thy neighbor, or even a person who lives quite far away, can help in a dire situation. Good for you. As for me, I can't see anything in this mess. I have no idea what's going on. Anyway, don't get too worked up about human lives. And don't put too much stock into another words, mine included. He who trusts everyone is asking to be deceived. Yet he who... Köszönöm a szabot, Gemi! Csókollak! Yet he who trusts no one is deluded. I know that from experience. Final trust, where does Simon Kane is? Ezt tudjuk. Oké. Beszéltünk a tutorial emberek. Keressük meg ezt a Simon Kane-t. Mégis tennéd, ne kapjanak már. Ó, gád, elfelejtettem, hogy milyen redva lassú ebben a játékban menni, és a sprint csak valójában lopakodás, szóval. Gyógyszeres. Iszonyat screen tearingem van, de nem tudok, hogy ez mit csinál. Nem tudok, hogy mit csinál. Itt, Mysterious Maria Victor Kane's daughter. Ja, igen, oda be kell néznünk majd ott. Ó, tudom hol vagyunk. A Pathologic 2-ből kind, emlékszem, hogy hol vagyunk. Yeah. Itt van a Mária elvileg. Hú, de szép szobarász vagy te. Elnézéseket kívánok, bocsánat. Ez nem Mária. Fuck are you?
It is far easier to be wise for others than to be so for oneself.
Victor Kane is at your service. Danny Duncan's get yours. I foresee that the things that have become ordinary for us will probably make you feel uncomfortable and disturbed. I would like to compensate for that impression. You know our small community has fallen out of the loop. Time leaves us behind. What do you mean? I mean the traditions. Games that we play with passion will most likely be of no interest to you. The people you meet here may seem eccentric, naive, or even somewhat deranged. Please take it easy on us. Don't judge us too harshly. Sure.
The true way to be deceived is to think oneself more knowing than others.
Georgie is waiting for you, my friend. He has news for you that you will find surprising. I only ask one thing, don't be too quick to reject his requests. This he wants from me. He will explain it better himself. He put too many hopes in your arrival. The echo of these hopes has led him to offer you a rather intricate conundrum to solve. It's not exactly in your line of work, and yet if we are to believe a certain source which we deem quite trustworthy, it appears that you are the only person that can help our family. The reward will be fitting, of course. Right. Whoever the fuck George is. Wait, nem lehet bemenni. Nekem azt mondták, hogy Máriával is beszéljek, mert az meg segít. Ez a kijárat, I guess? Nem, ez a kijárat. Ez meg nem megy sehol. Ja, rossz házban vagyok. Fuck me. This am I the other house? Keppara felkészítettek, hogy sétálni lassú ebben a játékban. A Pathologic 2-ben van sprint legalább. That's smart. Okay. Hello. Oh, you are Maria. Okay. Hi.
It came from below the ground. For many years, we were burying the bones wrong.
You resemble an adventurer rather than a doctor. I am an adventurer. I saw you in a dream. Don't flatter yourself. My desires have nothing to do with you. I simply saw you take us all by the throat. Ennek a mondatnak 3 különböző részébe tudnék belekötni. Mindegy. Hogy ez a zene van a kettő. Nem ez a zene van a kettőben. Sokkal rosszabb. Jó, ez nem igaz. Nyomasztóbb, de jobban van megkomponálva és érdekesebb. Tell you when I think I can trust you. I hope that happens soon.
Oh, mother.
Oh,
why can't you be here with us?
I have a lot to tell you, Bachelor Dankowski, but I dare not. Until you meet my uncle Georgie. Otherwise, he'll rip my tongue out for disclosing a secret. Some strict morals your family has. They make much more sense than you may think. This is not a game, is it? For all that is holy, do speak to my uncle and then come back to me. Otherwise, the excruciating anticipation will tear my heart to pieces. Alright. And where the fuck is your uncle? I don't wanna throw hands. A métereimet hol látom, by the way? Ez a missionem. Oh, lámpa. Isidore Burak's message. Ezt majd elolvasom. Azt akarom megnézni, hogy a what the fuck. Oké, sehol. Egyelőre. Jó. Az uncle megvan nekem jelölve valahol? Ja nem, itt van Éva otthon. Hol van az uncle? A fucking no, bemegyek Simon házába, aztán meg kiderül, hogy ott van-e. fuck is this? Ja, semmi. Azt hittem egy fura szoba. Ja, furának fura volt, de nem volt szoba. Are you the uncle? Good morals and luck are great help in managing a small community. Okay, bye. Bye. Van Simon, de hol van az uncle? Oh, fucking no. Mindegy, beszélek Simonnal.
So the Saburovs have offered patronage to some changeling.
Ja nem, ez a Georgie. Okay, ez a Georgie. Most venerable doctor, it is with great impatience that we have been expecting you. You need not delve into the minute of your business with us since our family is well acquainted with your scholarly work. We are also quite aware of the difficulties you are experiencing and well prepared to do our utmost to support you. It hurts me all the more to be the one to inform you that Simon, my consanguineous brother, the creator, the keeper, and the embodiment of all that surrounds us, has been murdered. What? It cannot be. My brother was murdered last night under the strangest of circumstances, but for all the mysterious surrounding of his death, I rather eschew the notion that his departure was connected with whoever had visited Simon that evening. The visitor is a man of laudable restitute and an old friend of our family. There are witnesses to testify that, and Simon did nothing but converse. What's this visitor? Someone you know quite well. The man whom my brother saw last night was your colleague, Isidor Burak. Ó, bazd meg, Isidorra akarják kenni. Isidor a Harospex, a másik főszereplő. Was he not the very person advised you come here as well? Yeah. Ja nem, Isidor az apja a másik főszereplő. Ja igen, Isidor az apja a másik főszereplőnek. Valami Burak, nem tudom, hogy milyen Burak a főszereplő. De a másik főszereplő apja. Isidor has done more than he thinks. I have a lingering feeling that the time itself is using unconscionable powers to further its own intentions. What do you think? I'm no fatalist. This one, I was taught to avoid this worldview. I'm no fatalist. It could be that my mind is clouded by sorrow, but I cannot escape the feeling that your arrival was no coincidence. Your choice was made for you, my dear doctor. Let us not blame fate for it. Isidore wrote to you without making us aware. He took a risk that could have displeased our family. Really? Why do you speak the word fate with such disgust? I prefer the word time, in a fatalistic sense of the notion, of course. So Simon wasn't aware I would come. Even though we were uncertain of when you would arrive, my brother was looking forward to meeting you. The tragedy may have been consequence of the actions he took in preparation for your arrival. Someone has taken a powerful piece from the chessboard, a piece upon which your position here depended. It is doubly regrettable. Fucking hell. Regrettable that Simon was playing on your side. Ezt a felolvasást tudom nektek garantálni, és így nem fogjátok lefosni a bokátokat az aggodalmat. Ezzel kapcsolatban volt egy beszélgetésünk egyébként a Resident Evil kapcsán, amikor az emberek rinyáltak, hogy ez a felolvasás, tönkreteszi a hangodat. I don't fucking care. Ezt kapjátok. So you presume the queen knew of the blow and sacrificed itself for a pawn. But why? Is there anything I can do to help? Do you want to help us, Doctor? Find a murderer for us. My brother Victor, who is in the wing next door, would share some of his thoughts on the matter. Help us and reward will not disappoint you. Indeed, it seems there are too many coincidences. Your brother murder can just as well be called murder of Bachelor Dankovsky. I will help you in every way I can. I need some time to get my act together. I suspect you are not aware that these developments render my whole life work null and void. Annyira nem leszek geci. Daniel egy elég geci karakter egyébként. Daniel Dankovsky egy Dr. House type karakter. I'm convinced that if there is anyone at all that can help us solve this puzzle, then it is you. This mission calls for someone as astute and inventive as yourself. If Isidore was an instrument of fate, then Simon's murder is a message that fate intended for you personally. Do not think I am inclined to blame you for that. I am not. I do plan to look for the murderer. We will take our own measures. The only thing I expect from you is to be yourself. Do only what you think is required, whatever you find out, whatever you do, whatever your day turn into. Everything is a clue to the solution of this puzzle. I repeat, everything that is happening here is happening on your account. Sure. Yeah, meg kell látogatnom Viktort. Sokkal több. Ez sokkal több, mint 30 óra. Ez... ha gyors vagy, és tudod, mit csinálsz, akkor 21 nehány óra egy route, és mind a 3 route-nak más sztoriai vannak. A Pathologic 2-ben csak Buraknak a sztoria van, csak a Haruspex-nek a sztoria van, a Pathologic 3-ban pedig csak Daniel Dankovskynak a sztoria van. Szóval gyakorlatilag megcsináltak ezt a játékot, amiben ugye 3 különböző karakter van, 3 különböző sztorival, és az utolsó karaktert elnagyolták, mert semmi idejük nem volt rá. Úgyhogy a folytatásra azt találták ki, hogy megcsinálják ugyanezt a játékot, de sokkal magasabb minőségben, sokkal jobb játékokként, és szétszedik a karakterek sztoriát egy-egy külön játékra. Úgyhogy a Pathologic 2 az a Haruspex-re koncentrál, a Pathologic 3 meg a Bachelor-re, azzal, akivel most játszunk. Gondolom a Changeling is majd kap egy saját játékot, I guess. Szap, hallottam, hogy mi a málás.
I feel as though my blood is getting thicker. An omen, is it not?
2-3 ugyanez csak jobban. Azért, mert kutatásként. Mondom, hogy játszottam a 2-vel, chat. Nem azért játszok ezzel, mert végig akarom játszani. Játszani akarok vele egy kicsit, mert egy projekthez kell. A 2-vel játszottam már, és a 3-mal is fogok. De játszanom kell egy kicsit az 1-jel, hogy képben legyek a sorozattal. Ez background munka. Cikkekhez. Welcome to játékújságírás. Gregory has told me everything, which is to say, he told me very little, but it was enough to astound me. He maintains that you can provide a more detailed account. So you have agreed to help us. I have. May I ask why? The killer's goals seem to align astonishingly well with the goals of those who've been waging war against my work for years. You share a tragedy. I want to exact vengeance upon... nem akarok vengeance. I want to solve a puzzle. Nem. When was Simon last seen? He sent Isidore home. Then now later he came to this hall to see us. He announced his plan to withdraw to the focus and receive no one. He told us not to approach the focus and to fast for a week, partaking of neither meat nor water. Szóval kenyeret és sört ittatok, vagy mi? Then in the morning he was found dead. Igen, érdekel, hogy miért no meat or water. Our explanation is that he wanted to be mourned beforehand, as is the custom with the local people. This is very like him. So he knew in advance that he would die. I think between me and you that this is precisely what my brother George fears. I can't say nothing more about that. How was the body discovered? The servants discovered him in the morning. The room had been ransacked. Everything that was breakable had been broken. His disfigured, contorted body bore signs of terrible suffering. His neck was twisted, his spine broken. I think no one has touched the body. It is currently inside the focus and will remain there for the prescribable amount of time. Most nem van akciózat, 11 euró a 2. Az egy meg másfél, azért vettem meg egyébként másfél euró. What's this focus place? It's hard to explain. It's his study, if you will. An extraordinarily spacious creative laboratory. Almost perfectly sealed off, except for the door that was visible at all times, metaphorically speaking. It's like an equation or a mirror puzzle. Anyway, the murderer could not have been hiding there. Take my word for it. But Simon did get in there somehow. He could perform far more impressive feats. There is a reason why the Otan revert him. Alright, so how can I help you? Did Simon exist? Yeah. Bravo, Doctor. There is indeed a spark of genius to you. Alas, yes. Yes, he did. Alas. It's not that I would benefit from his death. Alas, for that would be too simple an explanation. Simon well and truly did exist. That is exactly what's left everyone in disarray. It was so hard for them to accept his existence that the thought of his demise is now driving them mad. What do you want from me then? Just take a look around, trust your intuition, do whatever you like, speak to where you feel the need to. Look for the murderer, Doctor, and you will find them. Keep looking till the last breath. I'm sure your rational thinking will help you. Isidore is the only lead. Can I find him? Show you, but you must be careful. Simon's murderer, whoever they are, could not be an ordinary person. I can't imagine them even being a person. I feel it could be only fate wearing the guise of a mysterious monster. I don't believe in fate. Holy shit, ez a fucking falu másik. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Át kell baktatnom a kibaszott Mordorig. Sár. Fucking joking. Gyere, akkor baktassunk. De jó, hogy streamelek, és legalább van kész beszélni, amíg Danny lát kúszza magát a fucking falun. Ja, a Pathologic 2 az egy merőben jobb játék ennél. Ez konceptuálisan cool, meg hogyha terveztek vele játszani, akkor nem lövök le nagy poénokat. Lore az van bőséggel. Nem olyan lore, mint amire számítanátok azok alapján, amit eddig láttatok. A játék egy kicsit csalóka egyelőre. Kell egy végigjátszás, hogy igazán megértsd azt, hogy mi történik ebben a játékban. De hogyha megérted, hogy mi történik ebben a játékban, akkor egy jaw-dropping narratív szituáció egyébként. Az nyugtalanít, hogy nem látom egyébként a AP-mat, meg a hungeremet, meg az ilyeneket. Nem mintha még enni bármit. Ez micsoda? Lépések. Immunity booster. Rubber. Morphine. Olyan nincs nálam at all. Hol tudom megnézni azt, hogy... Jár a hungerem meg ilyenek, hogy ez még nem lesz. A 3-mal még nem játszottam, a 3-tól tartok egy picit, mert a 2 az... Mind a 3 játék ilyen orvosi dolgokkal foglalkozik, mert hiszen egy orvos vagy a városban, és segíteni próbálsz embereken. De a 3 az konkrétan Dr. House szimulátor, hogy jönnek paciensek, akik hazudnak, és ki kell találnod, hogy mik a valódi tüneteik, mik a nem valódi tüneteik, milyen betegségük lehet, stb. Stb. Az én hipokondriámnak nem tudom, hogy ez mennyire fog jót tenni, de egy próbát adok neki. Egy próbát adok ezeknek, mert annyira különleges játékok egyébként. Nem nagyon van a játékpiacon még olyan élmény, mint a Pathologic. Nem feltétlenül nekem való. Ezt nem nekem csinálták ezeket a játékokat. De mint arci-farci kritik, valamelyest fontosnak érzem, hogy foglalkozzak olyan dolgokkal is, amik messze állnak azoktól a dolgoktól, amiket úgy nagy általánosságban játszani szoktam. Az 5. Dragon Quest tesztet nagyon szívesen írom meg, mert nagyon izgatott vagyok vele kapcsolatban, de az nem jelent szakmai kihívást. Azt mondjuk, ide jövünk? Oda megyünk. És oda tudtak bemenni. Olyan. Isten, hati neki a báj. De be tudok menni? Nem. Köztük el tudok menni. Oké, cool. Yeah. Hátsó bejárat? Hogy tudok bemenni ide, bra? Adjunk már rá. Ja, itt vagyok, jó én. De hol az ajtód? Nincs ajtód. Mi? Oh, have a door. Oh, what the heck is happening in there? De van ajtaja, és állnak is ott a frick. Hello lads, what's the deal? A foul murder occurred here this night. No unauthorized access allowed. Inspecting the crime scene is strictly forbidden until further notice. Was killed? Well, you're not a local, sir, so you're unlikely to understand the loss we suffered. Isidor Burach. Ez is meghalt, Gray. A great surgeon, a benefactor to us all, and an all-around skilled doc. An outstanding man, beloved and well respected by us locals. Does it really always have to take the very best? What a foul time to live in. I know him, I'm a doctor too. Annyira nem akarok hazudni. What do you mean? Well, who would have the heart to attack such men? If you had asked me yesterday, I'd have told you no one would dare inflict such an ugly wound on this town. But if there is someone, it has to be just that. Someone. Although it looked fishy, if you ask me, the thing was no man. That was what I think. What the fuck? Me? See, this murderous deal is all mysterious. There was a talon stuck in the victim's chest. A talon. Go ahead, bend your arm at the elbow, good sir. Yeah, like that. There you go. That's how long it was. It broke off. There was dust on the floor, for the deceased had been renowned stepwalker. And the dust was all covered in hoof steps and, like, traces of sharp bone, I guess. As if someone was using a walking stick around there. I'm telling you, it's her, the Shabnakadir, the Claymoneteer. The Shabna was Shabnakadir? What the what? Want to inspect the building? We were assigned to this post by Alexander, the head of the Saburov family. His house is in decline right now, but it's still powerful and very much respected. For it is they that's been responsible for maintaining worldly order and public safety in this town since olden days. Please kindly address your concerns to him. There is their road. You just take that road up there and get to the cape. As for me, I'm not authorized to let you in. Ja, kezdhetett volna ez a tenger. Fucking hell, akkor most el kell mennem. Fuck, jó. Akkor most el kell mennem egy negyedik emberhez. Man, fucking... Fejlesztők tudták, hogy you are gonna walk slow as shit. They're gonna make you walk slow as shit. Egész nap. Reméltem, hogy az első napot meg tudjuk csinálni streamben, de így haladunk, akkor nem fogjuk. Ide jövünk. Ide jövünk. Oh, hello. What the fuck is this?
What has this town turned into?
So I finally get to
Truly
see
a
you.
country
Yes, you
of
really do look like a
contradictions.
messenger of sorrowful times. In any case, welcome to the Rod. Ja, hogy ez a Rod. Hogy ezt hívják Rodnak, ezt az épületet, okay. Our meeting is quite significant in a way. Facing the changes with open eyes and taking their first blow is my duty. You think we are on the verge of an especially unhappy era? No grim events have clouded our existence since last summer. The country has cured its war wounds. Commercial communications have been repaired. Astrologists expect nothing ill. Do you hold astrologists' opinion in high regard? Would I have the pleasure of speaking to sir? I'm a ruler. Astrology can be very curious, but I cannot allow it to influence my decisions. I have to act according to factual circumstances. Would you agree? Yeah.
The outcome was to be expected.
So you come to meet with Simon, haven't you? What can I do for you now? I was actually invited by Isidore, so I come to meet with him first and foremost, but now it turns out that... do you have any weapons? What are you people guarding? Is it how? Nothing, not anymore. As if Simon's death was my fault. He has been murdered, yes. Looks like the murderer is always one step ahead of you, doesn't it? The same one that took Simon's life too, at least that's the conclusion suggested by the information at my disposal. Same pattern, same signature. Were there any traces? Look, I haven't been there myself. I'm quite content with interrogating suspects, especially since we already know who we are after. You can join the hunt, by the way. I can describe his features. Who it is? You wouldn't believe it. His own son. Ah! Most jön be képbe Aerospex. The fellow came back after being away for quite a while. His father had sent him to study surgery when he was but a greenhorn. Quite a lot he has learned, huh? A wandering scholar turned evil to the bone. All of that just to grab the inheritance. How did you figure that? In all honesty, it's hard to explain that to an outsider like you. Do you believe in such a thing as clairvoyance, Bachelor? No. Well, you should get to know my life then. Or better yet, those who have already had opportunities to witness the power of her prophecies. Former doubters, first and foremost. Rationalists, she got something to say to you too, by the way. So your wife called out Isidore's son specifically. Not specifically, no, but it all adds up, and the circumstances of Simon's death make you wonder too. Isidore's son arrived here last night. The timing speaks against him. It even matches the time it takes to get from the Crucible to Isidore's house. It's not enough. I have to take the investigation into my own hands. Is there anyone who can be of help apart from your wife? There are very few good analysts in our town. Everyone is more or less superstitious here, except for one perhaps the most level-headed and reasonable person, the only person to remain skeptical about Katerina's talents too. Without a shadow of a doubt, she has her own picture of events. She always does. Where is she? What is this, Julia? She came here with an engineering team when the town was being rebuilt. Did logistics or maybe communications, not sure. They said she is a true expert on her field. Smart. Yes, a polymath. Then the team left, but she stayed. She has my respect, but not my fondness. Okay, beszélünk a... Kivel beszélünk? Okay. Hátul kell kimennem. Oh shit, mennem kell. Nem tudok maradni tovább. Ezzel a jó hangulatú játékkal foglak itt hagyni benneteket, chat, mert le kell vinnem a kutyát, meg el kell rendeznem egy pár dolgot. Köszönöm mindenkinek, aki itt volt. Holnap találkozunk. Nem tudom, hogy holnap Pathologic-ezni fogunk-e? Mert ahogy mondtam, ez egy ilyen mellékes meló projekt, ez nem igazán illik bele még úgysem a streamembe, hogy egyébként minden nap szoktunk itt foglalkozni. Majd meglátjuk, most egyre megyek, dolgokat kell intéznem. Mindenkinek kellemes estét kívánok, holnap találkozunk, puszi, csokoljátok meg a kis mackótokat este, és értek zöldséget, bye!